Hi, and thank you again for your question and your work. For this one, we're looking at a motor's engine, occupies 289.7 inches cube of space. So it's like the size of a motor in three-dimensional space, and we want to convert that to centimeters cubed. So we have the conversion that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, but that's linear and not in 3 dimensions. So we have to be able to use this conversion factor even though we're talking about 3-dimensional space. So this is how we do it. Same thing as last time. We're going to start with what we're given. So we're given 289.7 inches cubed, and we're trying to get the answer to be in centimeters cubed. So we're going to multiply by a conversion factor, and we only need 1 because we're only doing 1 hop, inches to centimeters. Now, this is the thing. You need to put on the bottom what you're canceling out, what unit we don't want. Or, in other words, on the top, we want to have the unit that we're left with. So maybe that's the easier way to think of it. If we need to have centimeters cubed, then we need to have on the top centimeters cubed. And on the bottom, we need inches cubed. Now this is where you had the mistake because you had this turned around. The reason why it has to be on the bottom is that when you divide inches cubed by inches cubed, so when we divide inches cubed by inches cubed, the answer is 1, which cancels these out. It gets rid of the inches. If we put centimeters cubed here, we can't cancel it out because they're two different things. So always put on the bottom what units you need to leave out, or you can think of the number on top is going to be the units that are going to be in your answer. So that often sort of tells you how you arrange your conversion factor. Now the only conversion factor we have is that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, but because we're talking about cubes, just remember, just cube that. In other words, times it by itself 3 times. So 2.54 times 2.54 times 2.54. That's going to give us, I'm just going to put it underneath here, 16.387, which is what you have. Yep, you had that in your answer. You just had it in the wrong place. That centimeters cubed has to stay on top. And 1 to the power of 3 is 1 times 1 times 1. So that's going to be 1 inch cubed. And then I'll just bring this number down. 289.7 inches cubed. So that's really important. When you have your linear conversion and you're moving to 3 dimensions, or 2 if this was inches squared, centimeters squared, make sure that you use that conversion, but you bring that power over, and that whatever unit you're trying to convert, that goes on the bottom so you can cancel it out. And whatever unit you're trying to keep, centimeters cubed, that goes on top. So then my answer is going to be 289.7 times 16.387 is going to give me 4,747.3 centimeters cubed. And in terms of the reasonableness of this answer, inches are much larger than centimeters. So it makes sense that I'll have a much larger number of centimeters than inches because it takes more centimeters to make up an inch, right? Your answer, you actually had less amount of centimeters than inches. So the reasonability of your answer might have been a clue that you were a little bit off. But you did do the cubes correct. It's just where you placed the units. So I hope that helps. Remember, big thing, whatever you want to cancel out has to be on the bottom in your conversion factor.